Welcome back to another episode of Carson's Aquatics. Today we're going to be planning my new pond. So pretty much exactly a year ago I built this pond in my front yard and it was fun. We had a good summer with it, but then at the end of last year everything kind of crashed and burned. So I shut down the pond for the winter, and now as you can see the weather is beautiful and we're ready to get this thing going again. But we are absolutely not going to leave it like this. I've mentioned before how there's a bunch of different things I want to do to it. First of all, I want to make it bigger, and we'll get to like the drawings and the plans in a second, but I pretty much just want to like expand it this way. And I've also mentioned that I want to redo the plumbing and the filtration, and I want to redo the waterfall as well. So we are going to have to completely tear this thing up, take all the rocks out, pull the liner up, then make all the changes we want to make, and then just put it all back together. But unfortunately it is not as simple as it sounds. It's going to be a long process, but it's going to be awesome. And you guys know me, you know, before I start on like any project I always have to have a plan. So that's what this video is all about. I did the same thing last year. I made like a whole planning video and then the whole building series. So this video is going to be a lot of talking, a lot of drawing out like our sketches and stuff. And yeah, with that being said, let's just dive right into it. First of all, if you guys aren't OG to the channel, you remember Walter the Wasp, who lives in this little thing, and he survived the winter. I just saw him flying around a second ago. We'll probably see him soon. But my man built his nest in there, raising a family. That's what we like to see. But anyway, like I mentioned, I do want to make this pond bigger, and the only way we can really expand this pond is this way. So I'm thinking I pretty much just want to make it like more of a triangle shape instead of a peanut shape. So I think it's gonna come out like this or something like that. Then I might cut into that a little bit, but obviously we'll get a better idea when I go in and start drawing. Then also, if you guys remember from last year, I tried to build my own skimmer. It was actually called an intake bay, and I mean it kind of worked, not really, but like it kind of did. But this year we are gonna get an actual skimmer, and I think it is gonna go in the same spot. You guys will obviously get a better idea when it actually comes in and we start setting it up, but I think the skimmer is gonna go like right here. And then with most skimmers, the pump is actually in the bottom of the skimmer, but this one, it has to stay outside of the skimmer, like in the pond. So I think I'm gonna have the actual skimmer body right there, then the pump right there. So I think it's gonna go skimmer, pump, and that'll work out perfectly, because I don't want to pull up the tubing if I don't have to. This tubing goes underground all the way up to the waterfall, and if we can leave it in, that would be great. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. So other than making the pond bigger and redoing the skimmer and plumbing, I mentioned I do want to redo the waterfall. And if you guys can remember, I tried to make like a little pool area right here, just where the water puddles up before going into the actual pond. Oh snap, Walter, there he is. Walter! How's your winter, bro? There he is. That's my boy Walter. Hey, it's good to see you, bro. But anyway, this little area right here kind of pooled up, but I want it to be like an actual like mini pond right here. So I think we're gonna make this area a lot wider and deeper. Like it's gonna be an actual mini pond. So it's gonna go waterfall, down a little creek, into the mini pond, which is gonna be like way bigger, then into the creek again, into the pond. So once again, you guys will get a much better idea of this when I actually go in and start drawing, and that's what I'm gonna do right now. Alrighty guys, so we are definitely onto something here. Here's my drawing as you just saw me do. You can see like the old shape, but then I just go out and bend it a little bit. So you can see it's just gonna go whoop, whoop, pretty much. And then as for the waterfall, there's one thing I think I'm gonna change. You can see that's the waterfall box, and here is that tree. You can see how the waterfall box is just in front of the tree. I think I actually want to have the waterfall box over here, which would be like over here, so it flows into the mini pond right here, then bends into the pond like that. I think that would be a lot better. But other than that, that's like the general shape. Oh, and you can see the depth also. The new area that I cut out is going to be shallow. Then pretty much the entire existing pond is all going to be deep. And I am going to make this whole thing a bit deeper. I think you guys get the main idea. Pretty much just going to go out like this and then bend back. Then the waterfall is going to start over here into a mini pond and finish into the actual pond. So I think I'm going to go make one final drawing, like how I think it's going to end up being. We're probably going to make changes like as we go when we're actually building it. But I'm going to go make one more final drawing, and then we're also probably going to start ordering some stuff. So I'll see you when I'm done with my final drawing. Alrighty guys, I just finished up my final drawing of the new pond, and it's pretty much exactly what we already talked about. I moved the waterfall from over here to over here. You can see this dotted line marks where the deep end is going to be. So like this new area is going to be the only shallow part. And yeah, I'm really liking how this looks. And I cannot wait to get started on this thing. And we are going to get started very soon, but first there are a few things I want to order. First of all, this is the skimmer I'm getting. I said I wasn't going to cheap out on this pond, but I kind of am with the skimmer. I just don't want to pay like 300 bucks for a skimmer. And this one looks perfectly fine. I watched a bunch of reviews on it, and it's rated 4.5 stars, so this thing should be fine. And this is perfect for like smaller ponds like what we have. So this is what I'm going with. And then to go with that, I'm getting the biggest pump that is compatible with that skimmer, which is a 1900 gallons per hour. That is much more powerful than what we need, but I want there to be a lot of flow, so this should be just fine as well. Alrighty guys, it is now a few days later. I went ahead and ordered that pump and skimmer, and they're actually right here behind me. And I'm just about to unbox them, and I'm literally getting started on the pond today. So you guys will see that very, very soon. That is gonna wrap up this video, and today's comment of the day goes out to. And if you want your comment to be the comment of the day in the next video, all you gotta do is drop a comment down below, and that could happen. And if you liked this video, be sure to hit that like button, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications, and I am gonna see you in the next video. Yo, is that a baby, Walter? Oh no, that's a mosquito.